I've been seeing a lot of the discourse surrounding this week due to a specific event that has happened. I'll be looking at the timeline a little bit. I just don't be understanding, why do we still believe that a person's external attributes is going to be able to influence a person's behavior that likely has an internal source? I'm sorry, but there is no form of fine that is going to break a person away from a behavioral pattern. I'm not going to lie. Prayer and fasting is what does that. The fire of the Holy Spirit is going to do that. Fire, not fine. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie to you. I don't make the rules. And I know that this is where we sound corny as Christians. Man, you saying we got to have a relationship with God? And well, yes, because the thing that prevents us from doing some of the dumb stuff that we wanted to do is if we abide in Him and He abides in us, and we take up our cross daily and crucify this flesh and live as a living sacrifice. Yes. You don't have to have a relationship with God, but you do though. What you do? Shoot, I even used to think that there was a fine that would be fine enough until I kept on getting fine and fine, and it didn't change what I was doing at all. On a real note, it just does not seem like a wise idea to expect fruit from a branch that is not connected to the vine. Pleasure ain't fruit. Laughs, jokes, chemistry, that ain't fruit. The culture can submit to us counterfeit forms of fruit. There is a form of self-control and gentleness and kindness that is void of the empowerment of the Spirit, but it is likely going to be governed by emotion. In other words, a person is going to do what they feel. With me personally, I don't really care how good I might look, how crazy I might dress, how charismatic I might be. The only thing that gives me safety and security relationally is, how is this person intentionally loving Jesus? I'm not going to lie. Take me out the picture, because at a point, you're going to get on my nerves. At a point, I'm gonna get on your nerves. At a point, I don't need the conversation to be, oh, well, he does this and he still look like this and he still do this, so this is why I don't do. No. I need you to look at our relationship and say, because of what Jesus did on the cross, I refuse to act inconsistent with what He has said. I refuse to act in any way that would not magnify God, but instead misrepresent who God is. I don't know how anybody can be in a relationship and be functional if they are not empowered by the Spirit. Me personally, I'm too selfish. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta take up my cross. I gotta present myself as a living sacrifice, because if I just acted consistent with what I wanted to do, I would be alone for the rest of my life. Do you understand me? I do go to war in the Spirit when I pray, and I do be in my Bible a lot, and it is because I love Jesus, but I also know me. I'm also a Christian, but I'm easy like Sunday morning. I have to be doing